Oh, hi. Hey, Jarvis. We've met before. So this is going to be this weird Russian nesting doll of a video where I'm responding to you, who is responding to Jack Conte, who is himself responding to Casey Neistat. So I know what you're thinking. Brady Bunch reboot. I am out of breath and I took the elevator. It's too many London fogs. Thank you. So let me fill you in on my thought process. I've been making YouTube videos continuously every week for the last 8 years. And I know it's been that long because I was at the first ever VidCon. I got to see Julia Nunes. I was also introduced to this guy, Zay Frank, who, along with Julia Nunes, had these passionate followings. And it was Zay in particular who inspired me to return back home and start making videos.
I don't know if you could call it a problem necessarily, but it is a sort of special consideration. And that is that generally, like, the difference between what we're all doing and what we call traditional media is that we have this added component, which is connecting with an audience, right? And that's, I think, something that everybody here can be really, really proud of, is that that's a space that people are growing in and they're experimenting with, and it's the most exciting part.
And in that time, I've learned a lot, met some awesome people, and grown my subscriber count to almost 1,300 people. Nothing to sneeze at. At the same time, I think part of the reason I haven't found that fabled YouTube success is because I'm lazy. Jarvis, we met for the first time at VidCon. You hadn't even made your YouTube channel yet, and we were introduced to each other by this guy. That photo was taken at the Secret Show, which happens every year at VidCon. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to be showing you that photo, so don't tell anyone. That guy is Tyler May, who is the best hype man if you are looking for one. He occasionally also makes videos, so a few days after last year's VidCon, we did a Skype call together to talk to Tyler about our experiences at that year's VidCon.
You can get in your head about creating things and being like, I'm not bringing anything original to the table, so I need to come with like an original format, like the best camera and like all this, and kind of just getting over each of those like little humps, winning all those like little battles finally got me over the finish line to like putting something out.
After that video, I saw you take off. You found a particular niche, you were able to talk about it very well, and I'm gonna zoom in for this. You were really, really good at making videos. While you were creating this is way too close. While you were creating this is way too far away. While you were doing vlogs that told a story and playing around with camera and editing tricks and also cultivating this really cool community around your videos, something that I had always wanted to do, I was creating video after video after video after video on this very couch, which we're now gonna burn. Okay, the fire marshal said no. Apparently for the views is not a valid excuse. So enjoy this dumpster fire. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I'm probably gonna bastardize this quote real good, but in book 4, Dumbledore says to the assembly that the time has come to make a choice between what is right and what is easy. Doing what's easy is done because it's easy. All right, calm down. But I like that distinction that he makes between what right and easy is, because we as humans are really great at sacrificing right for easy. Also, I went to school for an English degree, so I like to nerd out about how words are used. And I also wanted to be unhireable when I graduated. So I've been cheering you on from the sidelines, 20,000 subscribers and counting. And of course, I start to compare myself to you because I can't not, which is a double negative. I didn't say I was a good English major, sorry. A well English major. We share some of the same background. We stumbled across the Vlogbrothers during their Brotherhood 2.0 series. We learned about Subbable, we learned about Patreon, and we made tough choices at a certain point in our careers. I was in a stable job, making good money, and then I had this brainwave while I was sitting on a plane one year coming back from, you guessed it, VidCon. So I'm not as talented as Jack, and ignore the glare from the light, but there I was sitting on an airplane. That's supposed to be a bird and a cloud. Just go with me for a second, okay? Now there's also a purple bird. So I was on that plane and I was bummed because I couldn't go and visit the YouTube space in Los Angeles because I didn't have enough subscribers. Jarvis, I'm pretty sure you can now. I still can't. Basically, you're up in first class enjoying your legroom and fancy chocolates that they've ran out of for us normies here in the back. The curtain doesn't hide everything, guys. I was upset that the YouTube space was closed to so many people. And then I had this weird thought that maybe Calgary could be a place where podcasters and video creators and creatives alike could come and join in collaboration and utilize that type of space. And then I was narcissistic to think that maybe I was the person to do it, which is how Media Lab was made. Which is still weird to say, but I have this thing, and it's kind of a mental health thing in a way where I don't feel like I deserve success, and it's something that I have just a lot of work to do to better myself in. And so for the past couple of years, I have gotten into a rhythm. I release videos on a specific day, at a specific time, and I sit down while I do them, but I haven't pushed myself to try and create something special. I haven't pushed myself to create something unique. I've only focused on quantity and never quality. And therefore, something I thought for quite a while is that I don't think that the core audience of these videos truly know who I am. Sure, I've told personal stories and I've revealed a bunch of stuff about myself, but I don't think that my personality has ever truly shone through. So what it comes down to is that I need to thank you, Jarvis, and Jack, and I guess Casey, and you know, while we're at it, why not Luxembourg, the country that even its citizens forget about? You've all given me this little push that I've needed to get me outside of my comfort zone, to be able to express myself more fully, and to achieve all the things I think that I can. I'm still gonna have bad mental health days, but I think I can grow this audience, and we can just do some cool crap. And I promise you that one day, we will burn this couch to the ground. Jarvis, I hope to see you at this year's VidCon. Hopefully, we can take a picture together. All right, so here's the end screen. Do what you need. Click on what you want. It's almost 10 p.m. at night.